Welcome to Catbot Cafe for this week. So excited to have you guys back. We are in LA today, myself and Nkoi, and we've been having a great time here until I actually got tested for COVID. So I'm currently here in the hotel room, but Nkoi did a fantastic job today, speaking instead my stead at the panel. So great job, Nkoi, on that, and wanted to share a couple things with you guys for this week. So let's kick off the show.
Thanks so much, Jen. I hope you get better. Yeah, it was kind of like a last minute call last night. He called me up. He's like, "Oh, I tested positive," and he was really bummed out that he couldn't come to the panel this morning and speak. And it was a lot of fun. But yeah, thank you, Jen. There's lots of love being sent your way through Twitter and Discord. Uh, and I just want to say it's sunny and beautiful here in LA, 69 degrees and mostly sunny. And I wish you were all here. I know we have a few members in the community here in LA, and I'm actually really excited to meet you guys at the Korean barbecue right after the show. So we got to keep this show tight so I can make it there on time. Um, so this is my second NFT conference, and I can say that it was pretty packed. Lots of people from all over the world. Lots of excitement, lots of energy. This convention center is huge. I mean, I did a few walkthroughs on the Discord chat, and you can see the amount of people there and the excitement. So be sure to check that out on the Discord. And I don't think I've ever seen this many millennials, like my generation, so excited about anything. And it's so cool to see, when you see people your age and like just like a mass amount of people, something's up when you see that, right? So that's where the NFT space is headed. And there's lots of booths, lots of people giving away T-shirts and freebies. One of my favorite booths is the Pizza DAO, where they give out free pizza to people. And I know we have a lot of pizza fans out there, and these conferences are the place to be for pizza fans. So I will say, though, that the New York pizza tastes better than the LA pizza, but the donuts here taste better than the New York donuts. So, but free pizza tastes good anywhere. So not going to complain. I spoke this morning on a panel, More Than a JPEG. I filled in for Jen, and on the panel we had Unicorn DAO, Alliance for Safety and Justice, Pasino and DAO, and ArtMob. And I just want to say people are doing amazing things with NFTs, from charities to social impact projects. It really is more than a JPEG. And when you're here, you really just get to take it all in a real life experience. So I really want to encourage anybody who, if you want to go to an NFT conference, come on over and we'll hang out. We'll see people. You get to see everything, right? It's something about this experience that's awesome. And shout out to Cindy, who quoted me when I said the number one utility of NFT is togetherness. That's how I ended my my panel discussion. And to me, that's what it's all about. NFTs are bringing people together. NFTs are bringing all of us together around the world in LA. And for me, NFTs, personally, it brought me closer to my friends, my family, people I haven't seen in my life, and NFTs have brought this amazing Catbotica community together and this team together. So togetherness, guys, it's all about togetherness. And this week, I actually read a brilliant analogy by Loudmouse in the Food Channel, and it says, delicious food also brings people together. I think Catbotica is like a must-eat restaurant. I've never seen such delicious community, and it's a happy thing to introduce someone to a good restaurant. I 100% agree. I think you're onto something there, man. It's like the NFT projects are like restaurants. There's like a lot of new restaurants popping up, and you kind of see them here. And like there's different flavors, there's different food, there's different culture, and different people who hang out regularly at these restaurants. And I'm loving the Catbotica restaurant and the thing that we're building here. I'm going through these slides. I'm just sharing my experience. I'm going to go really quick. I think my favorite presentation was from Yatsui from Animoca Brands. If you're able to watch it, I highly recommend it. He kind of went over the core of what NFTs are all about and Web 3.0, where it's headed. We're all born creative as humans, and because of industrialization, creativity was dampened. That's how he started off his speech. And right now, a lot of our creativity as artists are being housed on Web 2.0 platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. That's like the only way we can like get our name out there. These companies are serving millions of users, and we as creators are essentially renting out this 2.0 space. And to succeed, we need to, like right now in the 2.0 space, we got to have millions of people to make happy for pennies on the user. So it's a really hard model for artists. It's a really hard model for creatives. And what 3.0 is looking at, like, it looks like, kind of like the restaurant concept. We're not looking to serve millions of people per restaurant. It's like maybe 1,000, 600 people, right? And we have the ability to really cater that experience to an audience and really serve those people. And, that's at the heart of what Catbotica is all about. Like, we're here to serve you guys. We're here to make an amazing product, amazing project. And, when I heard that, I was like, yes, we're on the right track. I really loved Jiho from Axes. Mad props to him for coming on stage even after everything that happened this year. He really emphasized the importance of transparency, involving the community. I think we could take a few plays from their book on how they really engage the community to, develop their game, develop their IP. They ask the questions, and I loved how he mentioned Axes is like Tamagotchi and Pokemon put into one, and there's like a nostalgia element to it all. And before coming to this conference, I was reminiscing. I was like, NFTs are, to me, like, it's like the experience of me trading Pokemon cards, right? When I was a kid, and Pokemon was cool, the art was cool, the story was cool, but the thing that really made it popular was like getting excited to meet with my friends, right, on Saturday, to trade with them, to talk about Pokemon with them, to play with them, right? And we spent all weekend playing Pokemon, and and then on top of that, we added jokes, and we added a layer of culture that was just us, right? So I think it's a very similar concept with NFTs. It's like, we're like grown children, we're still children, but we're trading like this art, and it's more than a JPEG. It's more than just the picture that you can save. It's actually that togetherness, that the ability to come together in real life and to share and to build relationships with other people. So that's like a one thing I really wanted to share. And I just want to shout out to Shelly Palmer, one of the partners of Catbotica, with Catbotica hosting the show. There's so much logistics putting these things together, I know from experience, and there's much more I want to share, but because we have Korean barbecue right after this, I have to keep the show going. So let's get to shout outs, Dan.
All righty. Yeah, let's kick this off with some shout outs. Thanks for that, Koichi. Let's see, starting with our live chat, we have Alonzo A grabbing some coffee. He says, good morning, Korea and Europe. We got STQ888. Yo, yo, yo. We got 우리 날빙님이 cat morning이라고 하네요. We also got a few more people with cat morning. We got KBBQ. Nice to see everybody hanging out with us in the live chat. We also have been paying attention to our Discord and all the activity that's been going on there, which is a lot of activity. And we just want to let you guys know that we really appreciate your presence there. We just kind of wanted to have as much interaction with you as you possibly can. Just say hi. We found this really nice little interaction in our Discord chat the other day. We had Starlink님. They said, Catbotica is doing a cat cafe every week, an AMA every week, and that's really rare. You don't see that everywhere. That's something that's unique to Catbotica. And they also said, man, I really want to see NanoCats. And then Namtu Lee after that goes and says, doing something like an AMA every week is really not easy. It takes a lot of work. And then Starlink goes on to say, yeah, that's why I believe in them. And it's true. We really care about building trust with our community and a strong sense of community. And I feel like we have that. So it's really nice to see you guys in there with us. And Stella here says along those lines, yeah, trust is everything for Catbotica. So really nice to have you guys in the chat, hanging out, getting to know not just us, but each other too, building a community. It's a really great feeling.
Love it. Yeah. I just want to read this one from Box Nasty. I think the team's commitment to building IP is what interests me. I work in branding, advertising, and so much NFT marketing is actually just sales, not brand building. That's why Bored Ape Yacht Club is doing so well. They've created a distinct look, feel, attitude that separates them. I think we will do the same here. I really love that. Actually, I want to show this next slide. Speaking of IP, you know, in NFT LA, we had DC Comics give a whole presentation about how they're getting into the NFT space. They're going to be launching 200,000 Batman hoods, right? And they're going to, you know, just hearing them speak and seeing them on stage. I actually saw all 5 of us, Jin, Rawls, Will, myself, Renee, up there. And, you know, they're actually doing something very similar. They're really focused on quality IP. They have a 3D pipeline there. And I was like, you know, just they had a whole presentation here on the Batman, and like they shout out all Batmobiles here. I think Rawls, you would have had a great time. Rawls is a huge Batman fan. Just thinking about you.
I think those are called cowls, right? Well,
cowls. Yeah, they're actually launching cowls, but 200,000 of them, and they have a generative process very similar to ours. And like, you know, I was just amazed that like DC Comics is now getting into the game. And what we're seeing is like a lot of these AAA studios are starting to get into the NFT space, and this is something to look out for moving forward. Hey, Jen, you there? I just see you on.
Hey.
Oh, it's good to see you.
Yes, I'm stuck in the hotel room. My symptoms are getting a little worse here, but still hanging in. Okay. Great to see everyone here. And yeah, it was so exciting just to be in this space, NFTLA. You know, networking with all the people. I've met a whole bunch of people launching projects and people who've established projects, and being able to see and understand kind of where the industry is going. You know, that's the value of going to these things and networking. And now I want to be networking, I guess, online with folks. But yeah, this event was it's great, and really looking forward to seeing what other people Nkoi comes across and is able to chat with. I came across a couple of cool projects that hopefully we'll be able to chat up with and do a collab with as well. So look forward to that.
Yeah, lots of networking going on, lots of meeting and collabs and all that stuff. So thanks, Jen. I know he's the one traveling, and you know, people actually from Jackson Hole, they came all the way here just to watch him again, and I felt bad, like I had a spot, but like I zoomed him in, and anyway, he's a popular.
Settle for Koichi? Oh, come on!
That's a good alternative, I'd say.
Terrible day. No, I mean, gosh. I just read something from Arwade. He's like, I'm expecting Nkoi will melt people away with his tender voice and smile at the conference hall and show exactly what Monica is, more than just JPEGs. And we gathered together as one team. Cheer up. I mean, I think people were very excited to hear you talk, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was actually, we actually did speak already, and it was a very short panel. They were running it all the time, but I actually just shared exactly that. You know, the community is everything. You guys, you know, what we built here is something really special. So
it's all about the togetherness, and that was something that really stood out for me. Was just you know, our little circle of 5 here of togetherness that we have here. Everything really sets the standard for moving forward with the community and how we can move forward. And the fact that Nkoi was just able to step into that panel, just, you know, nail it. That was just awesome. So
thank you.
Really appreciate the partners here. You guys are awesome.
Right, brother. Likewise.
And I appreciate the people in the community like Chris C., who I found out is Catbotica OG on YouTube. Really exciting. This is my first NFT. Typically, the rule of thumb for stocks is don't get emotionally invested, but Catbotica is a game changer. I'm loving the team, product, long-term roadmap, and the entire community. Thanks, Chris C. He actually invited me over for pizza, like in New York, and I'm looking forward to have that New York pizza when I get back. So excited for that. And I think the next part of the show, we want to talk a little bit about 3D. Will, how are we doing in 3D land?
Oh man, Well, it's so exciting. We've been working around the clock, literally. I think we're averaging 18-hour days now for the last 2 weeks, trying to get this NV1 launch trailer, and also not just the NV1 trailer, but everything we build is going to survive and be usable in the game and in the 3D NFT experience and that ecosystem as well. So, just working with this incredible 2D, 3D team that we have of artists, and it really is more than just a JPEG, right? Because we're doing 3D too, right? So quite literally, it's more than JPEG. Got a chance to work with Rawls recently on some storyboards. Rawls, do you want to maybe show that first before I show some sneak peeks?
Yeah, sure. I mean, just to reiterate what you were saying there, if anybody knows me, I love my sleep. I got to get my max hours of sleep. But that said, when I wake up and then before I go to bed, I'm drawing my butt off, and I'm trying to create a world that people will enjoy. But then when I go to bed, everybody in the community needs to know that Will and Koichi and the 3D team, they stay up and they're working away. They're like, "Good night, Rawls," and they just keep going. And I couldn't be more proud of them, and just like, it's insane how hard they work. So yeah, we are definitely working hard to make this thing look awesome.
And to your credit, though, you wake up like 6 hours before all of us. So
that is true. I do wake up pretty early. So here, let me share my screen. So I did this afternoon just quickly because Will and I are working on something, and so I did this quick little sketch of storyboards for him to be able to know kind of how to move the what we're looking at here, and how to really focus in on this NanoCat vat. And so I can it kind of starts off here. You're kind of a low angle, and the claw comes in and kind of reaches down and grabs hold of the vat and kind of yanks it up. A little bit of electric, like zap, zap, zap. And so then you have this like really cool camera move where you see the vat gets kind of pulled up, and the camera kind of tilts up as the arm kind of swings over right overhead.
That's the Michael Bay shot I asked for, Rawls.
That's right.
The Michael Bay angle.
So then it swings over here to the little kittening chamber, and we cut in where the nano vat gets slotted in there, and it kind of slams in, some cool electricity effects. And then the camera kind of pulls out as the the kittening chamber kind of lights up, is ready to go.
For something cool to happen.
For something cool to happen. So that's just one small section of something cool we have cooking up in the kitchen for y'all.
Yeah, and I want to just reiterate Rawls is kind of genius around this, because I was talking to him. You're probably wondering, like, why were we doing this today? Like, if this trailer is due tomorrow, it's like, this is how tight things are right now. We have an amazing team, so we're able to implement storyboards from Rawls like almost immediately, and so those are being worked on right now. But yeah, I remember like telling Rawls, okay, this is what needs to happen. This is the sequence, and he's like, you don't need to do any of that. I'm like, what? He's like, trust me, you don't need to do any of. Like, I was telling him, we got to wrap around this side, and we got to show it going in, and then we got to show the arm moving around, and he was just like, no, you don't. You don't have to show any of that. We're just going to do movie magic. And he broke it down in that sequence. He took what I had happening in about 45 seconds, and he condensed it into like 10 seconds. And so we have like a master storyteller here in Rawls, as just timing, all the work that he did for those shows. Like we get to implement that incredible skill set into all of our work moving forward. And we are truly, truly excited. And so I will show you a little bit more than just a JPEG right now. And I'm going to optimize for video because I think it's going to help. And so I'm not sure if you guys remember last week, we showed you a little bit of like a tease. What you saw there was literally 20% of what you guys are going to see. Okay. And in this trailer when we launch it. And so I just want to show you a little bit of the environment that we're working on. And I will try not to go too slowly or too fast, rather. So some of the things that Rawls was discussing in his storyboards has all been now laid out in all of its glory. Just let me know if you guys can see that, okay?
Looks beautiful.
And again, don't want to give away too much, but there are many things that are going to play a role in this trailer. You guys saw this already and the importance of this NanoCat vat. And there's an entire station here that is going to be playing a very, very important role in what we're doing. So yeah, I won't focus on that too long because I don't want you guys to be thinking, oh, okay, I've shown too much.
What a tease! What a tease!
That's it. But yeah, we're super excited. We've been, like I said, working at this like crazy, and we're gonna have something to show tomorrow. So, hopefully, I'll pinch myself and I'll wake up from my dream. And actually, we have 5 more days to finish this, but we'll see. I have no idea. I hope this is a dream right now.
Wow. Yeah, thanks. Actually, I was invited to some VIP parties here. I had to cancel all of them because I wanted to work on Catbotica with Will late at night. And that's what we did. Instead of partying, we worked.
So awesome.
So necessary.
Dedication.
So necessary. Thank you. We got to work right now.
I would have been partying.
Koichi, you can be working while you're at the Korean barbecue. Yeah, just bring your laptop with you.
Yeah. Multitask.
Yeah, I've been taking the day to learn Unreal Engine 5 so I can support on the backside.
Yeah.
Yes, Jim.
Oh man, don't even joke. We really need any and all arms right now. Our team is like thoroughly exhausted.
Okay, yeah. So I think, Jen, you're here for NanoCat to talk more about NanoCats. You want to give the community an update?
Yeah, sure. How about the NanoCats, the NV1s? I know that everyone, thank you again for your patience with us as we go through this process. As we mentioned last week, because of the change from Ethereum, Polygon to Ethereum, and all the security and also quality-wise, those are the 2 major things that we're really committed to delivering for our community. So we do need to delay that. But it presents a good opportunity for us to give a little bit more of an insight as to what an NV1 can do. We've gotten a lot of questions from people about what else besides Replicant Catron, which we've discussed in the past. What else can we really do with their NV1s? One thing I also wanted to convey and clarify perhaps is the NanoCat system itself is designed to take a 2D asset, a 2D NFT, and convert it into the 3D NFT or 3D asset. And that 3D asset will be what goes into the game. So that's important because we do have 2 distinct systems in play. We have NV1s, which are a closed system, which is going to be a tightly defined limited collection, and NV2s, which we are using as an open system. There's going to be, based on a seasonal basis, we're going to have a certain amount that we can release per season, but it is going to be an open system that allows people to take your 2D assets and convert to 3D assets with an NV1 and do like a special version. And then the NV2s, you can also still create the 3D assets, but have more flexibility and not have to be constrained with a diminishing supply every time someone burns an NV2. So with that in mind, the NV1s, as we shared, and most people know, but I'll just walk through very quickly, very basically, the fundamental use for an NV1s, the first usage of it is going to be taking your 2D Catbot, you take an NV1, you burn that and put into the kindling chamber that Rawls has drawn and Will is working on, and then you create the 3D Catbot. That's meant to be a direct correlation. It's a direct iteration or version of your 2D catbot. So all the properties, all the traits, that all goes exactly intact. And that's really the first use case for your NV1s. Following that, once you do have these 3D catbots, you can take these 3D catbots, 5 in total. You can take an additional sequence of NVs, and you can use them to join to create a mega cat, a mecha cat bot, whichever floats your boat. And it's a larger cat bot essentially. And we're very excited to see what people come up with in this sequence. You get to, as a holder, you get to determine which catbots, your 3D catbot collection, do you actually want to craft a catron with. And so there's that's kind of the next use case for that. As I mentioned before, the NV1s, because it's taken a 2D asset and converted it to a 3D asset, as you can see on our roadmap, we have actually quite a number of 2D assets, some of them which you've seen on the roadmap and some of them that you haven't seen on the roadmap yet. Little hint there. Let's just consider 929ers, for example. For 929ers, which is going to be dropping subsequent to the Catrons, we are looking to use the NV1s as ways you can create a 99er in 3D form, in the same way in NV2 to create the 99er. But because of the limited supply in the NV1s, they will create a higher class or higher grade of a 99er. And you can probably apply that to other similar collections that go from a 2D to a 3D. Most of our main collections will go in that form. We always start with the 2D, then converge into the 3D. So that's going to be a really very interesting to see how strategic people are with their NV1s. Do you create the replicat and create the Catron? Do you sit tight? Do you buy additional NV1s so you can create a cache that you can be able to use in the future? Those are all things that I'm very curious to see how our holders respond and what happens with that. The fourth thing that we're also looking to do is we are incorporating one of the new unrevealed roadmap items into the current replicat system. So what that'll look like is if you were to merge the two utilizing the NV1, you can create an upgrade for your replicat, for example. That's another use case that we're currently developing, where you're able to take a 3D asset and be able to apply an NV1 to the existing 3D asset and create an upgrade in some form. And so there's so much potential in that sequence as well. So we're very excited to see where our holders will roll with that and what they develop with that. And all of this is really designed to give people optionality, essentially, to take your NV1s and not just be stuck in a replicat or quote unquote stuck replicat and Catron, but how the NV1s themselves, because they are limited supply, the effect that'll have with people and our community. So I'm very interested to see that. And again, it is meant to create optionality for our holders to be able to choose their own path, essentially. And I think that's something that's one of the most compelling things that I've seen in the projects I've really enjoyed, is being able to choose my own destiny, as it were, in an empty space. Because so much of it is random, or so much of it is luck of the draw. To be able to incorporate that component, and also being able to determine the choices I make and being essentially responsible for those choices, or be able to see the great results that result on the other side of it. That's something that I think we want to be able to provide, just to create a higher level of engagement and interest in the community. So that's kind of a quick summary of, from the NV1's perspective, what you guys can be doing with them. That it's not going to just be limited to Replicat and a Catron, but they will have future utility in the future, actually quite a bit. So for those of you who have or are able to, or take the strategy of holding on, I think you'll be well rewarded in that respect. That's for it for today. We will get into the NV2s in the future as we excuse me, as we finalize some of the details on that system there. Final update that I want to give on NV1s is that we are tracking on all the upgrades that we've created, or the smart contract, and where things are at. So as soon as we have additional information as to when we're ready to drop them, we will go ahead and do that. And the good news is that the 3D assets have continued to track. So we had more of a gap previously between the NV1 drops and the 3D catbots, the replicats. So we'll actually, it looks like the smart contract and all the work being done on that has continued to track. So we maybe actually be able to see a smaller window between the NV1s and the actual 3D catbots, which I'm so excited to see what a bunch of my 3D Catbots look like in 3D. I mean, I love them in 2D, and I'm gonna love them in 3D as well. So hopefully that gives you guys a taste. That will probably generate a bunch of questions. So we'll see you on the Discord for additional questions. But that's what we have for today for MV1s.
Thanks so much, Wave Jin. Hope you feel better. Yeah, that's a lot of new information for everybody, and thank you for everybody for your patience. Like, that's the amazing thing about this community. Like, everybody's so supportive of everything we're doing. I love it, and you know, we're looking to make a quality product for you guys based on Ethereum, and with that, everything has to be thought out very carefully. We had long meetings with Blockchain Foundry just to talk through so that everything goes smoothly. So thank you, Jin. And everything that Jin said, don't worry, we're going to make easy to understand graphics, easy to understand videos. It's all going to be laid out the Catbotica way. So with that said, let's move on to our next section. And I believe we were talking about a Catbotica Twitter giveaway. So Dan, you there?
Oh, yeah, I am. Let's see here. Our giveaway this week is following up on the favorite Catbots you all chose last week. So after this show, we'll be choosing one of those favorite Catbots as a feature in our giveaway. If you guys want to enter, choose one feature of the Catbot, like the eyes or a back attachment, and write a caption about why that feature is your favorite. And then after the show, we'll post on Twitter the winner. After the show, we will post on Twitter the chosen favorite Catbot from last week. Like the post, tag 3 friends, and retweet with your caption. This will begin after this episode of the Catbot Cafe, and one winner will be chosen on Monday, April 4th at 9 p.m. EST.
Awesome. Okay, thanks, Dan.
You are very welcome.
Yeah, what's Catbot Cafe without a little giveaway? All right, so now we got, next up we have a video from Korea. Let's roll tape.
안녕하세요. 캣보디카 한국팀 대표 댄드비언입니다. 많은 분들이 아시겠지만 한국에서는 4월 2일 용산 CGV 영화관에서 캣보디카 한국 커뮤니티의 공식적인 첫 오프라인 이벤트가 열릴 예정입니다. 200여 명의 홀더분들을 모시고 MV1 프리뷰 트레일러 영상을 함께 관람하고 또 영화를 보며 같이 즐길 수 있는 재밌는 이벤트입니다. 열심히 준비하고 있으니까 신청하신 분들은 꼭 참여해 주시고요. 취소 자리에 한해서 이번 주 금요일날 추가 신청을 받을 예정이니까 신청을 못 하셨던 분들은 금요일날 꼭 신청 부탁드립니다. 그리고 또 못 오시는 분들을 위해서 저희가 행사 전체를 스케치하는 영상을 담아 올릴 예정이니까 추후에 올라오는 영상을 보시면서 함께 즐겨주셨으면 좋겠습니다. 감사합니다.
Very cool, very cool. I want to go. I'm stuck in Texas.
So yeah, so it sounds like they're doing a big event in Korea on April 2nd, CGV Theater. Jen, do you want to brush up on, like, talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So one of the things that's unique about our Korean community is because we have such a large congregation or group of people who can congregate together in one space. We are looking to do a series of in real life events. The first one we had with the pop-up exhibition at Kimnia Gallery, it was so great to see, holders and meet with them. And it's tonight too. I'm so bummed I can't make that Korean barbecue all you can eat with you, Koichi, tonight. Hopefully you have a great time there. But we are having a CGV. We rented out a theater over there. It's one of the larger movie theater chains in Korea. And Yongsan is one of the largest movie theater complexes over there. So rented it out. We're going to be doing a bunch of prizes and giveaways, and have a couple of surprise little things that we have planned for our holders over there. And we are looking to expand on that. So in every city that we are visiting, we do want to do some sort of a meetup. We've been finding that in real life events, because everything in the NFT space is so digital and it is online, that when you actually meet in person, it's such a different qualitative experience. And I think that's really important for the future in the NFT space. And I think that's something that we're really pushing on because of the importance of being able to meet in person and also have that online experience as well. So very excited for this weekend. I wish I was there as well, but we wish Dandelion best of luck over there, and thanks for holding the fort. And everyone who attends, we look forward to seeing all your posts and all your comments on how it goes.
Awesome. Yeah, so excited. We got a few shout outs, community questions and suggestions.
Just a couple of more questions, suggestions along those lines. We had Nantali here saying, I think Jen already touched on this, but they said CGV Busan Daejeon Daegu Daegu도 추진 부탁드립니다. And they're just saying, well, come to Daejeon and Daegu as well, and Busan, for your in-person events. And Jen just touched on that. It's not beyond their own reason. It's something that we're trying to work on, right, Jen?
Yeah. However, we can really reach out and connect with our holders. We just love being able to interact and engage. All the conversations I had at the pop exhibition was so rewarding and fulfilling, and to see the excitement and meet people, and just meet people in real life. It's a really important part of this whole process for us. So look forward to that.
Cool. We got here Starlink Nim, and they were just talking with someone else in the chat, and they were saying, hey, so in the roadmap, what exactly is the 929ers? I'm just wondering. And we had another person here, Chris C, who was also wondering too. Anyone feel like giving a good Jin? How about you?
Rawls.
Rawls can speak to this.
Okay. Yeah.
Him and I are kind of like developing it right now.
Okay.
But it's seriously in the works. I can just say that right now, and they're really, really cool.
Right on.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, essentially to most simply answer that question, is 929ers are essentially, the blue collar workers. They're a little bit more rough around the edges. They do all the mining and construction work within the Catbotica world on their planet. So they're just assigned to do all that kind of work. And there's a wide variety of 929ers, at which I'm currently designing and drawing at this very moment. Right this second, I'm drawing them. So I can't wait to show you guys.
We're all very excited.
Just a quick note on that, as well as the quality of art and the things that is being cooked up right now in Genesis Arc research is super exciting. But when it comes to the NFT utility as well, that's something that we're currently working on, and I think you'll also be very excited to see what we cook up on the utility side for the 929ers too. So it's going to be a full package. It's going to be great.
It's currently one of the most exciting sections that we're working on right now, just in terms of like lore and story. So anyway, I can't wait for you guys to see.
They're going to be lots of fun.
Getting me FOMO right now.
Right on. I think next up we got something coming in from Ops.
Greetings, Catboticans. Two of our founders, Way of Jin and Nkoi, have begun their North American tour for disclosure of the Catbotica project. First destination, Los Angeles. Next, Miami, followed by New York City. Genesis Arc believes humanity is ready to be made aware. As for NanoCat research, the recent NV1 delay has given the team an opportunity for further study. Your patience, as always, is appreciated. Carry on, Catboticans.
That one was a long one. All right. Yeah, thank you, Ops. From what I understood, we're headed to Miami next, then to New York, and the CGV Theater in Seoul. Got a lot coming up. But before I actually want to talk about upcoming events, Renee, you there?
I am.
Renee, I miss you, man. It's good to see you.
Likewise.
Any words of advice, encouragement?
Well, I just can't get over your concept you came up with of the word togetherness a few weeks ago. It's sort of like our trademark. And what's kind of fascinating to me is that it's not two different communities. It's not Korea and separate from everyone else, the States, Canada. It's really people having the opportunity to handpick their family. They can handpick their Catbots as a family member. They can handpick the Discord friends. It's international. It's quite a bond that's being created at all levels.
I love it. Yeah, absolutely. Togetherness, bringing people together. This is like all the themes that are coming to my mind right now as I'm here at NFTLA. And I'm really excited to what I'm going to pick up in NFT Miami next week. And Jen, I know I want to get you to rest and get better, but do you have any final words for the community as we travel?
Just that, the concept of togetherness is such a powerful and potent one. And that really speaks to the whole ethos in the Web3 space as well. Decentralization, supporting each other, and really working together. Together, we are more powerful. So I think that's something that we are kind of converging and defining and starting to develop the characteristics of what we are about, and that's very exciting to see. And as we continue this process and this path, really just huge shout out to the community and the holders for being here with us and having the patience and understanding and sharing the excitement as well. We really want to appreciate you guys for all the support that you guys give us constantly. And we just look forward to meeting with you guys wherever we can go. We would love to meet with you, and so much love for you guys. Let's be together.
Let's be together and eat together. We're about to head off to Korean barbecue with the Catbot team here in NFT LA. Thank you for watching tonight, and we look forward to being here every week for you guys. That's our commitment, to share updates on Catbotica. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Comments made by anyone on our team or from anyone who owns Catbots should always be interpreted as unbridled personal enthusiasm and never as investment or financial advice. Deliverables discussed on the show represent timelines that we hope to achieve. How people value Catbots can be subjective. Always get advice from a registered professional investment advisor before deciding to buy, hold, or sell Catbots or related products.